press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, welcome to today's class. So today I am here with you with the new lesson. The name of the lesson is Desert Animals. So you know, desert is a quite interesting place. It is like an adventure and it is like a thrill. Why? Because that place is very hot in temperature. And you know that the temperature is very high that even the humans can't survive there. But some of the people and some of the animals, they can survive even in that temperature. Okay, so either it will be rise for 50 degrees Celsius, 50 to 55 degrees Celsius. The temperature is going to be rise in the months of May, then April, May. Okay, so during the summer season. So let's see about the animals here in the chapter, that which are the desert animals which they could survive without water. Okay, you know, there are no rains, there is a scanty of rainfall in the desert area, and even the rivers we can't see the we can't get the rivers in that places, and even the rainfall is also very less, the scanty rainfall. So let's see that in today's class, that how the animals are surviving without the water and without the river. Okay, so that means here the name of the lesson, desert animals. Can you name some desert animal areas in India and the world? Who do you think lives in such areas? So now you get the question here. So which of the places which present in India that you can see the desert areas? Okay, and all over the world, which places you will see that there is a desert places. So now you got the answers here. So the answers like Rajasthan. Okay, so Rajasthan and also the Africa. So that are the places where they get the desert areas. So let's see in today's class which are the animals they could survive in that desert land. Here, deserts are the driest places on earth and sometimes go for months or even years without rain. But even the desert animals cannot survive without water or for a long periods in the scorching sun. So deserts are the driest places on earth. Okay, so it is very dry. Why? Because the scanty of rainfall, and sometimes go for months. Okay, so sometimes the desert remains the dry for so many months and even years, sometimes for years also. They not get the good rainfall without rain, but even the desert animals cannot survive without water. But okay with that the place, but what about the animals? So the animals can't survive without water. Then how could they survive? Then here, for a long periods in scorching sun. Scorching sun means, underline the word here, scorching, that means very hot. So they have had to find different ways of coping with the harsh conditions. So coping means, underline the word coping, that means to face. Here, so they have had to find different ways. Although these animals, they can't get the water, but they will get the alternate ways. They get the different ways to reach for the water. So what it is? So here, coping means to face the harsh conditions. Harsh means it's a severe and rough conditions. Okay, so you can imagine, if we go somewhere, some of the strange place, and we can't get the water, then how could we survive? Because we need the water. Okay, the human beings and even animals and plants, they need water. So no one can survive without water. Okay, so in that situation, so which are the situation here? The desert places. Okay, so in which way the animals are going to be survive? Okay, in this harsh conditions. For example, Gabriel spent the hottest part of the day in cool and underground burrows. So Gabriel's is a kind of a mouse. Okay, it's a rodent, it's a desert rodent with the long hind legs. How they could survive? They could survive under the sand. Okay, they get the burrows. Burrows means they make a hole and they will get inside into the sand. Okay, so where they will find out the cool place. okay, cool underground burrows, and strange insects like duckling beetles are experts at catching drops of moisture on their legs, then lifting them into the air until the drops trickle down into their mouths. Okay, so there is another insect called duckling. Here is a kind of a beetles. So how they could hold the water? They hold the water on their legs, and later, before the water is going to be means it is going to be fell down. So he will till then they will take into the mouth. Okay. So like this. Next is, not all deserts are endless. Seasons of rolling sand dunes, which means heaps of sand formed by the wind. Okay. So the heaps of sand formed by the wind. So you can see the sand dunes. So because of the wind, when the wind is blowing, the sand is getting to be rotated. Okay. It's a rolling sand dunes. And now some are rocky or pebbly and dotted with small bushes, while others are sprinkled with colorful flowers during the spring. Okay, the rocky and pebbly. So even in this desert areas, we are not only get the sand, even we get the stones also. Pebbly means a small stones. Okay, stones and rocky, and sometimes with the small bushes. Small bushes, the plants which has the small bushes, while others are sprinkled with the colorful flowers during the spring. So during the spring season, even the plants are covered with some kind of a flowers. Okay, sprinkled means it is covered. The plants is going to be covered with some kind of a flowers. So this is about the first paragraph. So let's move to the next paragraph here. There are more than 2,300 different kinds of snakes around the world, ranging from the just 15 centimeters long more than the 11 meters. So now here in this line we can get to know about the another animal which can survive in the desert places. So what is the size of that animal? So it is a 2,300 different kinds of snakes are all around the world. Okay, so nearly we get the different kind of snakes in all over the world. How much here? 2,300, and then it is a 15 centimeters long. So the length of the snakes, it should be the 15 centimeters, and then and to more than the 11 meters. So its height is, the snake's height, the length is 15 to 11 centimeters we can see. Most snakes are quite harmless. Some of the snakes which are some of the harmless and some are very poisonous. Okay, but there are few that are so poisonous they can kill a human being with just one bite. So all over the world we get different kinds of snakes, and some of the snakes they are harmless, and some of the snakes they have a very poisonous in them, and so that it is they can bite, they can kill humans for only a single bite. Okay, then most snakes lays eggs, but there are many which give birth to their young ones. So the snakes, how they can lay the eggs? Some of the snakes they can lay the eggs, and some of the snakes which they give the young, they give the birth to the young ones. Okay. Then in the dry rocky deserts of America lives a rather evil looking snake with a very bad reputation. Okay. So here in this line, the writer used to say that in the America, so what kind of a snakes are available there? So the snakes are very evil. They are like a evil snakes. Okay. So here means very deadly, very poisonous snakes, and very looking snake with a very bad reputation. So those snakes were having very bad reputation. So no one loves that snakes. So everybody was afraid to go to that snakes, to watch that snakes. Okay. And its frightening rattle can be heard as far as 30 meters away, and it can strike with lightning speed. So among them there is a snake called rattlesnake. So that snake is having that unique quality. So what is that unique quality here? It can heard the voice, the sound of anything, even the person, even the human being or any animals. So how much distance? 30 meters away. That rattlesnake, they could hear the sound which is far away, that is the 30 meters away, they can hear it because of the vibration of a sound, and it can strike with lightning speed. Strike means, so when they can heard that somebody is coming near to them, so suddenly they just attack. Strike means they just attack with the lightning speed. Have you seen how the thunder lightning? So in just a few seconds the light passes. So like that it moves very fastly. Which one? The rattlesnake. It for attack. Okay. Then, but the rattlesnake or rattler. So strike means attack. Underline that word. Strike means attack. But the rattlesnake or rattler, as it is sometimes called, prefers to avoid people if it is possibly can. Okay. So sometimes it is also called rattlesnakes or sometimes rattler. Okay. And prefers to avoid and so many people are prefers to avoid to go to that rattlesnake. Okay, it holds its tail and upright and rattles the end whenever it is disturbed, in the hope that the intruder will go away. Okay, so that rattlesnakes, if someone passes nearby that rattlesnake, it hold the tail up. Okay, and then it will be hoping that that intruder should not interfere in that matter. Okay, intruder means no one should disturb them. Okay, whoever will go nearby the rattlesnake, so suddenly they just showing the gestures by just putting their tail with the up, and then they will hope that they will not disturb. Okay, either maybe the humans or maybe the animals. Then, however, if its warnings are ignored and it feels threatened, it will coil ready to bite. So he is giving a warning. Okay, the rattlesnakes, it is ready to bite. Then also if a person or animals, they are not listen and they just continued with that rattlesnake. So what happened? So it is ready to coil the person or an animal. Coil means you have seen the coil, the twist. Okay, the snakes which they can twist themselves. Okay, so they were coiling. They are ready to coil them for a bite. Okay, then next is, but rattler is itself cannot hear the noise its own tail makes. Okay, so that rattlesnake, it can't hear the sound, but the tail he is going to be makes it. Its own tail makes it. Like most snakes, it hears things through vibrations in the ground. How they could, all the snakes, means most of the snakes, they could hear the sound by the vibration, because they can't hear the sound. Most of the snakes, they can't hear the sound. They can't listen the sound. They just feel the movements of the vibrations. Okay, vibrations on the earth. Through that, they are ready to attack on the person or an animals. Okay. If a person walks nearby the snake, can feel the movement. Okay. So how they are ready to attack? So they just feel when the person passes nearby that rattlesnake. So they just feel the movements, the vibrations. Okay. Then. But if the same person were to shout, it would not hear a thing. If the same person is going to be, when the same person is moving nearby the rattlesnake, they could feel the vibration of that person. But if a person, suppose if that same person is going to be say something or shout something, they couldn't hear anything. Okay, so this is means the snakes, they couldn't hear anything. They just feel the vibrations. They just feel the movements of things or animals or humans. Rattlesnakes are very common and widespread animals living right across the American continent from Canada to Argentina. So rattlesnakes are common in the America. Okay, so they are most common in America, and it is a widespread animal from American continent. Okay, so in the American continent, so there are most common, and also you can get the rattlesnake from Canada to Argentina. Okay, they feed on a variety of prey. Prey means hunted, their food. Okay, by the hunting they get the food. They feed on a variety of prey including mice, voles, rats, chipmunks and many other. Chipmunks means a small ground squirrels having light and dark stripes. Okay, so these are the animals which they could hunt and they get for the prey. Small animals. Rattlesnakes kill their prey with venom. Like all snakes, they swallow the unfortunate animals whole. So the rattlesnakes kill their prey. Kill their prey means food. That is when it is going to be hunting. Okay, so because of the poisonous, it kills its prey, and then with the venom, because of the poisonous thing. Venom means poison. Then, like all the snakes, they swallow the fortunate animals whole. Like other snakes, it swallows the other things also. Okay, then swallow means they engulf. Okay, they engulf the whole body of animals or humans. Few snakes have to eat more than the once a week, and some, such as larger pythons, can survive for a year or more without eating. Some of the animals, they could survive without food for a month, and sometimes for a years. Okay, and some snakes for a years. So who is the most common snakes which is could survive for a year? That is python. Okay, could survive for a year or more without eating. Okay, more than for a year, the snake could survive without the food. Then next move to the mongooses. Mongooses like to hunt together, but they always keep a look out for dangerous predators nearby. So what is this predators? Attackers. Underline the word called predators, that means attackers. The mongooses. So here now we are going to discuss about the qualities of mongoose. Okay, mongoose which is present in the desert area. So these mongooses are hunt together. Okay, they are hunt together, but they always keep a look for a dangerous predators nearby. So they make a group when they were attack on its prey. So they form the groups, and they also careful about their predators, the attackers. Okay, predators means the one animal which they could attack on the mongoose. So they are always careful about them. Poking their noses into the holes, overturning rocks with their paws, and scratching the ground with their sharp claws. Okay, poking means there is a kind of a nose which they put their nose in the under the ground. Okay, and they smells it, and then the paws, they use their paws to scratch the ground, and they have the amusing animal. Mongooses are very amusing animals to watch. Amusing means we get entertain ourselves when we watch these mongooses. Okay, so this is, and now a common sight in many parts of Africa. They travel in groups of about 20 to forage for beetles, millipedes, and other small creatures. Okay, so here we get the information about the African continents. So in Africa, we will get the mongoose and how they will behave. So they will travel in a groups. Actually, when they were wanted to go for one place to another place, so they will go in a groups. Okay, and then they will travel in a groups, and then so from 20 to forage for beetles. Okay, so they go for their food for beetles and millipedes and other small creatures. Okay, for forage means search for food. Then the next paragraph, they like to hunt together, keeping in touch whenever they go out of sight behind rocks or bushes by twittering and calling. So now they have some excited thing in this mongoose. So whenever they wanted to hunt, okay, for their food, so they will go together. So they will not go alone. So they form a group and then they will go, and always they are watching behind for their attackers. Okay, whenever they go out of sight behind the rocks, so just going with a very secret way. Okay, then are the bushes by twittering and calling. So they just take the help of bushes, then they are going to their directions, and so always they just produce the noise called twittering, and they're calling their friends and their families. Always on the lookout for danger, hawks, eagles, and large snakes, they warn one another with the special alarm call if they spot anything suspicious. See what a beautiful quality they has here. So what they will do here? So when they will look out for a dangerous animals, like which are those? Hawks or eagles, or sometimes a large snakes. If one mongoose can watch that kind of animal, so they can just give a alarm. Okay, the alarm means they give a alert sound. They produce the alert sound. That means they got the suspicious. Means they got doubts over there. So some dangerous animal is present there. So like that they have the quality. Then we will move to the next paragraph. Next paragraph here. Mongooses are famous for being able to kill snakes without getting hurt themselves. So mongooses are famous for the killing of the snakes without being hurt. They can't hurt themselves by the snakes, and they can kill the snakes. Their reactions are so fast that they can dodge each time the snake strikes. Dodge means move quickly to avoid its enemy. Okay, so these mongooses are moving quickly. If you watch the animal channels, means animal programs in Discovery or National Geography, you can see this kind of animals in the desert places. So their movements are very fast, their movements are very rapid. So they can't, the snakes will not catch them very easily. They continually make a nuisance of themselves until after a while, when the snakes gets tired, they quickly dive in for the kill. Okay, so they continuously they produce the nuisance, this mongoose themselves, and after a while, after sometimes, when the snakes gets tired, you know, because of the fast movements, they make the snakes to be tired. Okay, and after that they quickly dive in for the kill. So when they understand that the snakes are going to be tired, they will no more, they don't have the energy to attack on this mongoose. So suddenly they just attack on the snakes to kill this mongoose. They will attack on the snakes to kill it. All the female mongooses have their kitten at about the same time. They are raised by the whole group in a den made inside an whole termite mound or hollow log. Okay, so all the female mongooses, they give their birth to their young ones. Okay, so they are the kittens at the same time. All the female mongooses, they give the birth to their babies at the same time. They are raised by the whole group. So how all the groups means they have their groups. So all the mongooses, they were taking care of their babies, and so where they are keeping their babies in a den. Den is a kind of a place where they could stay there, made inside an whole termite mound. So in that den they made a hole, okay, with the termite. Termite is with the kind of a insects, or they can use with the wood. Okay, and then hollow log. Hollow log means, so they make a deep holes to stay there. When most of the adults are out looking for food, one or two males stay behind to stand guard until the others return for the night. Okay, so how they will get the food? So when one or two males, they will go and searching for the food. They came out, they will come out and they will go for searching for food. So other two males, they are guarding them. Okay, so they are watching to those people, they will go for a food till the whole night. Till they will not return, till then they are just waiting for them. Another animal which lives in the desert is the camel. So till now we have discussed about the snakes and also mongoose. So another famous animal which is present in the desert is the camel. Okay, so another animal which lives in the desert is the camel. Camels were first domesticated by people many thousands of years ago. So camels were domesticated by the people many thousand years ago. Domesticated means, so they have the people which they were utilizing the animals for their work. Okay, then in the wild, camels usually live in a small groups of up to 30 animals. So these camels make a small groups. So in that group they will have only 30 camels, 30 animals. Camels have long and shaggy winter coats to keep warm and shorter, tidier coats in the summer to keep cool. Okay, so when the camels have long and shaggy winter coats, they have some of the winter coats, okay, and they make themselves warm during the cold season, and shorter and tidier coats in the summer to keep cool. And they have something like skin, okay, they have some shorter and tidier one, so which make it them cool during the summer season. And a thirsty camel can drink as much as 30 gallons of water. That's about 500 full glasses in just 10 minutes. Okay, so a thirsty camel, they have the capabilities to drink nearly how much? A gallon water. Okay, so a gallon water is equal to a gallon water. So it's equal to 3.8 liters of water. So a camel, when it gets thirsty, he could have the capability to drink a 1 gallon of water. So that is nearly equal to 3.8 liter, and it is equal to 500 glasses. Okay, 500 full glasses. It is also equal to 500 full glasses of water. Okay, like this. In just 10 minutes, only he could, the camel could drink 500 glasses of water. Then normally, however, it gets all the moisture in it from the desert plants and can survive for up to 10 months without drinking any water at all. So how this camel is surviving in this desert area? This camel get the water through the plants. So through the plants they get it, and so for nearly 10 months they could survive without water. Okay, so like this. There are two different kinds of camel. So in this desert we get two different kinds of camel. What are those? One known as a dromedary has only a single hump, and other is called a Bactrian camel, has two humps. So in the picture you can see there is a two humps camel. So this is called as a Bactrian, and the single hump, if you see there is a single hump, so that camel is called a dromedary camel. The humps helps the animal to survive in the desert by acting as storage container. So these humps are helping to the camel to survive in this desert area. Okay, so it is helpful for it to survive, and it becomes a storage container. So what they are storing here? Let's see. But they don't store water, as many people wrongly believe. They are full of fat. So these humps, some people were believing that, so what the camel, they have the hump. So they were storing their water, but actually it is storage of fat. Okay, so it is a wrongly believing that by the people, the camel is not carrying the water in their humps. So they are only storage of fat only. Okay, storage of fat. This fat nourishes the camel when food is scarce. Scarce means insufficient. When the camel, they couldn't get the food, so that during that time this fat helps to get the nutrients. If they have nothing to eat for several days, their humps shrink as the fat is used up. So when for some days they will not get the food in the desert area, so that hump is going to be shrink. Okay, because of the using of that fat. Okay, so not directly it is using, but the organ contains directly it is using by its internal organ. Then if they have nothing to eat for several days, their humps shrink as the fat is used up. There are many other ways in which camels are adapted to desert life. Okay, so these camels are even utilizing for the different ways. Okay, it is not only the animal, even the people are utilizing for a different ways. Okay, their mouths are so tough that even sharp thorn cannot pierce through. Okay, pierce means to enter through, and adapted to get adjusted. So their mouths are very rough. Okay, it's very tough. Their mouths are so tough that even the sharp thorn, so that sharp thorn, it is easily not enter into their mouths. Okay, so this is the lesson of this, that is desert animals. So I hope that you all are understand this lesson. So here we can understand about the three animals. So which are those? Snakes, mongoose, and also camels. So each and every animals, they have their special qualities how to survive in the desert areas. Okay, although they have the scarce of water, so they can survive without water for several months. Okay, and they can also live under the ground to make them warm all the time, because the temperature is very high during this desert area, and also in summer season. Okay, and there will be scanty rainfall. So like this way the animals are surviving. They will find out different ways to survive. Okay, so this is the lesson of today's class. I hope that you all are understood and you all are enjoyed this lesson. So we will meet in the next class. Till then, all of you stay home, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you.